Hey, all you book lovers, bookworms out there. This is YA Fiction Freaks, and I am so excited to do this review. I've been waiting to do this. I let a friend borrow this book, and I have just been crazy to get it back so that I could do this review. And the book is The Dust of 100 Dogs. Is that not a cool cover? So I don't think a lot of people know about this book, because I know every time I see a bookshelf tour or anything like that, I always watch it. I love those to see what everybody has out there and see if I have it on my shelf. But I don't see this one. I don't know that I've ever seen it on a bookshelf tour before, and it's a great book. How I found out about the book is, I think it was last year sometime, Borders.com had it featured, and I love the cover. It was really drawing to me, so I went and bought the book, and the author is A.S. King, and it's a woman author, and I absolutely adore this book. You see the little girl in the eye, and she's got the ship, like a pirate ship. I absolutely heart the cover of this book. I want to read the back to you because I was trying to kind of think of how in my mind I would tell you what this book is about, and I thought, I can't say it any better than this. In the late 17th century, famed teenage pirate Emmer Morrissey, her first name's Emmer. That's a great name, especially for a pirate. Emmer Morrissey was on the cusp of escaping the pirate life with her one true love and unfathomable riches when she was slain and cursed with the dust of 100 dogs, dooming her to 100 lives as a dog before returning to a human body with her memories intact. Now she's a contemporary American teenager, and all she needs is a shovel and a ride to Jamaica. So, how great is that? I mean, you can't read the back of that book and not want to find out what goes on. I gave it 4.5 stars, and actually, this was kind of a weird book as far as after I read it. I was thinking in my mind it was a 4-star. I liked it, but probably 3.5, 4 stars. But the more I thought about this story, it kind of stuck with me, and the more I thought about it and thought about the whole story and how it ended, it bumped it up to a 4.5. And also, the only reason that it's not a 5 for me, or I don't give it 5 stars, is because 5-star books, I know, or at least I think I know without a doubt, when I tell somebody about that particular book that's a 5-star book, that they are no doubt in my mind going to love the book. This book, I'm not real sure. And it's funny because I gave it to a friend kind of saying that. I'm like, I really like this book. It's different. It's about a girl that's a teenage pirate, but yet she's actually just a normal girl at this point, but she had been a pirate in a previous life. And I was like, I just don't know if you're going to like this book. She come back to me within a few days, and she's like, Gina, you're crazy. I can't believe you even doubted that I would like this book. She said she loved it too. But the cool thing about this, it's in 3 parts, and I'll show you. Like, it'll say, hopefully I can't really see what I'm showing you here right now, but it says part 1, and it's the pirate face. And then on the back of that page it says, Live It Up, Live It Up, Live It Up, Live It Up by Robert Nesta Marley. There's always some kind of quote or wisdom. And once you read this prologue, you're going to be gone. You're going to sit down and read this book because the prologue really grabs you. And then there's part 2. And then the wisdom for it says, it's not the size of the dog in the fight, but it's the size of the fight in the dog, which you've probably heard that, but did you know that Mark Twain said that? As part 3, and the wisdom for that is, what great things would you attempt if you knew you could not fail? I love that. Robert H. Schuller said that. The titles of the chapters are really cool. Like this one is actually called The Toll of Darkness and Light. and the printing is kind of what I would think would be piratey, if that's a word. Piratey. You can see my book is in pretty, like, bad shape. I don't know if you can tell. It's, like, wrinkled up and stuff. It was only read by 2 people, but it looks very, very loved, which I do love it. But I dropped it in the bathtub, and that's all I'm going to say about that. But, oh, one thing I want to show you is it has, because she has actually been a dog 100 times. And you know this right in the beginning. She's a human teenager now, but she's actually been a dog because she was cursed to be a dog 100 times. But her memory is totally intact. Like, she totally remembers being a dog. She remembers being a pirate. She remembers her real life. She remembers everything. Her human name, her name is Saffron, which I really love too. But if you can see this, I don't know how my camera's looking right now, but see that there? It actually says dog fact number 3, and it's always trust your nose. So as this book goes along, she's either the regular modern American teenager trying to go back and get her treasure that she knows she left as a pirate when she was cursed, and it goes back from that to when she was an actual pirate, and her life is that. But it's not confusing at all. You know exactly what you're reading about. You know, some books, like, they'll switch perspective on you and you're a little confused. At least I am. It doesn't take that much. But this one, even like the dog facts, and then it tells about her life as the dog and how she was treated. Sometimes she was treated good, sometimes she was treated bad, sometimes it was really kind of rough. So again, great on the switching perspectives. It's not, I don't consider it for younger teens. I would say 14 and up at least, because there's this one man, you understand it in the end, but you don't really understand who he is and what is up with him, but he's kind of pervertish, if that's a word. He's kind of weird with some of his thoughts and some mature thoughts and stuff like that, and I think his name's Fred. So that kind of made it more of a little bit older teen, but again, really, really, really good book, and it all makes sense in the end why he was the way he was. The chapters are named. I think I said that. I love when authors name their chapters. I mean, come on. If you're going to write a chapter, you might as well name it. This one, chapter 5, is called A Monster Lurking. So then you're like, oh, why is that called A Monster Lurking? I just love it. So, kudos, kudos, kudos. 5 stars for naming your chapters, A.S. King. And at the end of this book, the great thing about, like, the ending, I love the ending. The ending was kind of one of them endings that you go, oh, okay. And you're just satisfied and happy, but yet still wishing that you could read more of this story. So, I highly, highly recommend this book. Number 1 reason is it's a different kind of story. It's about pirates, but yet it's a whole nother twist on pirates. Number 2, it is in the pirates world, and you actually learn about pirates, so it's like educational. And one thing I learned from it, I can tell you guys, I learned that booty is not your hiney, but booty is like your treasure. So, see, educational book. Also, number 3, it's the kind of book that you just love, that you just want on your bookshelf, and that someday you're going to pick it off your bookshelf and reread it. So, I was looking at this today and so happy to get it back, and I thought, I'm going to reread this at some point. So, it looks fantastic on your bookshelf. Black and red. I mean, come on. Black and red. And a skull. Cool. Go get this book. You'll love it. You'll love the story. It's a different kind of story. You need to go get it. And then, guess what? You're going to have happy